Let me be real with you. I'm not the biggest fan of games like Skyrim. I've tried to finish Skyrim 5 times, and every time it just felt too slow and boring. It's like trying to read a textbook when you'd rather be watching cartoons. Bethesda games just don't do it for me. So, who am I to review something like Fall of Avalon? Well, I'm Ashley. Yup, that's me. And today, I'm reviewing Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon. I want to start this review a little differently and focus on the stuff I actually like. First off, you know that feeling when you jump into a new game and the dodge or jump button is in the wrong place. For the last 10 years, you've been pressing X to jump, and now it's suddenly triangle. But here's the good part, this game lets you remap all the button. It's like finally being able to move your couch wherever you want in your living room. That's a big plus for me. Next up, let's talk about the field of view, or FOV. When I played AC Shadows on PS5, my biggest complaint was that I couldn't change the FOV. My TV isn't huge, maybe 50 or 55 inches, but it's close to my couch. A tight FOV feels like trying to watch a movie through a narrow tunnel. With AC Shadows, I actually had to push my TV back just so it didn't strain my eyes. I get it. Ubisoft probably did that to keep the game running smoothly, but still, it's annoying. In Fall of Avalon, though, the FOV slider goes all the way up. You bet I cranked it as high as I could the second I started first-person mode. And there's even a third-person mode. Is it as smooth as The Witcher 3? No, not really. But hey, it's nice to have options. It's like ordering fries and getting onion rings on the side. Switching between first and third person is super easy too. Just press up on the D-pad. And here's what really surprised me. This game is only $30. Seriously, the devs could have asked for 40 or even 50 bucks, but nope, it's 30. That's like finding out your favorite pizza place just lowered their prices. So those are the things I actually liked about Tainted Grail. So, Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon. What's up with it? It looked cool. Sure, dark fantasy, open world, some necromancer vibes, but I figured it was just another janky Skyrim clone. And yeah, it is janky. It is rough in spots, but also, it kind of blew me away. This game is weirdly addicting. The spell system is legit. The world is grim and twisted in all the right ways. So let's dive into it. What it gets right, where it stumbles, and whether this is something you should be checking out. So the game begins in what is a very familiar setting. You find yourself locked up in a prison, being interrogated by one of its guards. The process of you explaining your circumstances, how you got there, actually determines your character's starting playstyle. It gives you boosts to certain skill lines and unlocks your initial weapons and armor based on the answers you pick. And then, just as the guard is about to take you away, as luck would have it, a stranger appears, setting you free at the last second. From there, you set out exploring the prison compound, moving through its rooms, hallways, and corridors, and seeing everything inside. They teach you the basics of combat as you fight off zombie-like creatures, guards, and this faction of red priests that are holding you captive and running evil experiments. You'll be looting in a very Skyrim-like fashion, picking up armors, weapons, consumables, and resources that are found pretty much everywhere, on bodies, in chests, in barrels, on tables, on shelves. You'll also come across locked doors and containers, which you open via a lockpicking minigame that's very familiar. Pretty much all of this is very familiar feeling. If you've played Skyrim or anything like it, yeah, this is almost one for one in a lot of aspects. Beyond your intro to the game's systems, you'll be uncovering story elements, notes from prisoners, medical logs from Red Priest experiments, and other characters who are still alive. Most of the NPCs you meet will have things to say to you, often leading to side quests. And while the game doesn't have the polish of big-budget RPGs, I gotta say, it delivers a very similar experience. And honestly, I just found myself feeling right at home during those opening hours. So after escaping the prison and going through a trippy alternate dimension segment, which I won't spoil because it's tied to the main story, you emerge on a beach. From there, you hop on a boat and sail to the first major open-world zone, the Horns of the South. This is where the game really kicks in. You're dropped into this massive play space filled with points of interest, and you're free to approach it however you want. It's a full-on open-world RPG, and exploration is absolutely a key focus. Sure, there's a main story quest pointing you toward the first major town, but I ignored it for like 4 hours. I just wandered, and there's a lot to find. Coastal docks overrun with waterlogged zombies, flooded mines full of bandits, a foggy cemetery crawling with skeletons, a crypt with a necromancer boss, ancient trees with underground druid lairs, derelict strongholds, massive bridges, hidden loot, secrets, side quests. It's all here. Combat also plays a big role. The system is dual-wield focused. You can mix and match weapons, shields, bows, and spells between your left and right hands. So you might have a sword and shield combo, or a dagger and a fire spell, or just go full two-handed mace. You've got light and heavy attacks for every weapon and spell, sprint attacks, parries, dodges, and blocks. Timing your parry perfectly slows down enemies, giving you a nice counterattack window. And all of it runs on a stamina bar, so managing that is key. Just like Dark Souls light combat. You also have 4 quick swap loadout slots. And let me tell you, the magic system is fun as hell. Spells are physical items you loot in the world, just like weapons. And each spell has a light and heavy variation that actually feel different. Now, since this is an open-world RPG, of course it's packed with narrative, but unlike the light-hearted tone a lot of modern RPGs go for, Tainted Grail leans fully into dark fantasy. This is a grim and twisted reimagining of Arthurian legend. Yes, King Arthur is in this. Yes, things get weird. Side quests come from NPCs, world objects, books, scrolls, notes, and these NPCs, chatty, like full-on conversations with multiple branches and lore bits. It feels meaty. The game uses an old-school proficiency system. The more you do something, the better you get. So everything from weapons to crafting to running and swimming improves as you use it. There are 6 core attributes: strength, endurance, dexterity, spirituality, practicality, and perception, and each one has its own mini skill trees. So every level up gives you attribute points and skill tree points, kind of like Oblivion meets Diablo. Crafting, also here. You've got alchemy for potions, cooking for food buffs, handcrafting for armor and weapons. You'll find recipes out in the world, and you can improve gear, add relics, or reduce weight, which is important because carry weight is a thing. So, who's this game actually for? If you're the kind of player who grew up loving Skyrim, Oblivion, Gothic, or even Kingdoms of Amalur, you're gonna feel right at home here. If you like dark fantasy settings, gritty storylines, and systems-heavy RPGs that let you tinker, theorycraft, and actually build your character over time, yeah, this is your jam. It's not hand-holdy. It's not fast-paced. It's for people who love to explore, to get lost, to read the damn lore books. You know who you are. But also, if you're someone who's okay with a few bugs, some jank, and visuals that aren't always cutting edge because the world building and systems make up for it, then yeah, this is 100% worth checking out. It's only $30. Not full price, not $70, $30. For a game this size with this much content and this kind of ambition, that's kind of wild. Especially when we've got $70 games shipping with half the systems and twice the microtransactions. It already feels like more than worth it. The good, the bad, and the ugly. All right, let's break it down. The good, massive open world with tons to explore. A deep, flexible magic system that's actually fun to use. Real RPG mechanics, stats, skill trees, proficiencies, old school leveling. Dark, moody, rich atmosphere that's perfect for fans of grim fantasy. Frequent updates and a passionate dev team. And yeah, only $30. The bad. The visuals are rough in places. Some textures and animations feel dated. Performance isn't perfect yet, especially on lower NPCs. Some systems, like crafting UI, still feel clunky. NPC animations and lip sync can be immersion breaking. The ugly. It's janky. Let's be real. Combat, while fun, can get floaty, especially melee. Inventory and loot systems need cleanup. It's not perfect. The graphics? Kind of a mixed bag. Some areas look amazing, but others feel straight out of 2013. But despite all that, I'm into it. It's one of those games that just gets what makes open-world RPGs fun. The atmosphere's dark and weird in a good way. The spell system is genuinely creative, and the exploration, addictive as hell. For $30, it's honestly hard not to recommend, especially if you're craving something different from all the polished, soulless stuff coming out lately. So if you're down for a bit of chaos, a little jank, and a whole lot of dark fantasy adventure, give it a shot. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you enjoyed the video, you already know what to do.